Emperor Vashkar ruled the Drachnith Empire with an iron fist for 3 centuries. His word was law across 40 star systems, his armada unmatched, his enemies crushed without mercy. When humanity refused to surrender their outer colonies, he barely considered them a threat. Then came General Elena Vasquez. In 6 months, she had turned a ragtag human militia into a fighting force that shattered 3 of his fleet divisions. Her tactics were unconventional, brutal, and devastatingly effective. Vashkar's military advisors spoke her name with a mixture of fear and grudging respect. "She cannot be reasoned with," his Grand Admiral reported. "She will not negotiate." Vashkar decided assassination was more efficient than war. He summoned the Shadow Blades, the most feared killers in the galaxy. 12 elite assassins who had never failed a contract. Each one worth a planetary ransom. They were ghosts, legends whispered about in dark corners of space stations. "Bring me the human general's head," Vashkar commanded. "Make her death a message." The Shadow Blades departed for the human colony of New Brasilia, where General Vasquez commanded her forces. They infiltrated her compound using advanced cloaking technology, bypassed her security with ease, and struck during the night cycle. 3 days later, a cargo container arrived at the Imperial Palace. The container was simple, unmarked except for one detail: General Elena Vasquez's personal military seal stamped across it. When the palace guards opened it, they found 12 heads preserved in stasis fields, each face frozen in their final moment of surprise. Attached was a handwritten note in flawless Drachnith script. "Your Majesty, I believe these belong to you." They weren't nearly as impressive as their reputation suggested. "I was expecting a challenge. If you'd like to try again, please send better assassins next time. I'm starting to get bored. General E. Vasquez, P.S. Your stealth technology is decent, but you should update your firmware. I could hear them coming from 3 corridors away. Asterisk. Emperor Vashkar stared at the container in stunned silence. His mandibles trembled with rage, and something he hadn't felt in decades: fear. "How?" he demanded. "The Shadow Blades are unstoppable." His intelligence officer reviewed the surveillance footage they'd managed to retrieve from the compound. What they saw changed everything. General Vasquez hadn't just survived the assassination attempt, she'd been waiting for it. She fought all 12 assassins simultaneously in her own quarters, using nothing but a combat knife and her bare hands. The footage showed her moving with impossible speed and precision, countering techniques that had killed warlords and toppled governments. When the last assassin fell, she'd calmly called for a medic to treat the minor scratch on her arm, then personally packaged the heads for shipment. "She's toying with us," the intelligence officer whispered. "She wanted us to see this." Word spread through the Drachnith Empire like wildfire. The human general who'd killed 12 Shadow Blades and mocked the Emperor. Other species took notice. If humanity produced warriors like Elena Vasquez, perhaps they weren't the primitive upstarts everyone assumed. Vashkar never sent another assassin. Instead, 3 weeks later, he opened peace negotiations. Not because he wanted peace, but because he'd finally understood what his advisors had been trying to tell him: humans didn't fight wars like everyone else. They fought to win, with a ferocity born from a death world that spent millions of years trying to kill them. General Vasquez attended the peace talks personally, unarmed and smiling pleasantly. Vashkar noticed she wore a necklace made from 12 small medallions, the Shadow Blade insignias. She never said a word about them, but the message was clear: don't test me again.